Oh hey, look at that. We're getting the Azur Lane collab back again. Have you ever seen waves that took a ref away? Sorta often. Like I live in North Carolina, which is pretty much Hurricane Alley, so when one of those are coming through, yikes. And what is about them being in the game? I'm not gonna have to renovate my port to deal with like storm damage from climate change or something, right? Oh, they're talking about the new ships. Whoa, sorry. Where are my manners? I'm Bradley, just a average World of Warships player, and I'm here just to give some information about the new collab that's been going on with Azur Lane. I saw a bunch of people from Azur Lane who had just started trying World of Warships because of the collab, who were asking, were a little bit confused and asking some questions, so figured I'd make this just to give a basic guide on how this collab works and what you can get, easiest ways to get it, and all that. Also probably going to just put some thoughts of my own at the end. So let's dive right into it. In case you've never heard of it or tried it before, World of Warships is a free-to-play online game. You directly control a single ship of your choosing, and you play in a team of other players, fighting against either bots controlled by the AI or another team of real players. There are 5 main classes of ships in the game, all with different roles to play. And obviously, all the ships in the game are based off either real ships that were made, plans for ships that were made, or stuff that the developers basically invented based off what they thought would be plausible. And obviously the game can get pretty complicated. So I'm just going to focus on the stuff that's relevant to the collab. First of all is camouflages. Camouflages are basically skins that you put on your ship. They can either be temporary or permanent. There used to be where camouflages would give economic bonuses, but an update a while ago separated it into camouflages and economic boosters, so now they're just simply cosmetic. There are a number of camouflages you can obtain in this collab for ships that are generally based off the Azur Lane versions. Second is commanders. Commanders are the personification of your team's crew and ship's crew. And commanders gain experience for each battle. This experience will unlock skill points, and the skill points unlock skills. Skills will give your ship have positive effects on your ship or unlock certain things you can do. Commanders will have their own voice lines, and the special commanders of this collab have voice lines are based off the Azur Lane ships and have the same voice lines that they do in Azur Lane. Third is premium ships. Premium ships are a kind of ship that's generally similar to their national counterparts on their tech tree, but cannot be unlocked simply through grinding the tech tree. While they don't necessarily have stronger performance in battle, they have economic bonuses that make it easier to grind credits and unlock commander XP and free XP with them. There are a number of premium ships added in the game that go with the Azur Lane collab, based off the Azur Lane versions. Once you've made your account for the game, installed the game client, and you boot it up, you can go to the premium shop and the armory in the game, and you will find the Azur Lane stuff there. And when you look at it, I'm guessing your first thought is probably going to be, whoa, are these things really that expensive? If you're new here, you're probably going to think that the reason why it's so expensive is just because of the waifu bait factor, and that is a thing, but really, honestly, this game has some very expensive microtransactions just in general. Like, if you look at the the normal versions of the same premium ships in the game, then there isn't too much of a markup for the Azur Lane versions. And here I'd like to just kind of point out something that might not be easy clear for a new player. So so this game is free to play. I don't really think it's pay to win at all. You can have a really great time playing the game and doing good without ever spending a cent on it. And if you're like looking out for all the kind of deals that the game gives you, then just a little bit of money can go a long way. But if you're just throwing money at the game, then trust me, Wargaming will not hesitate to milk you like a cow. So just keep that in mind. I doubt that's actually like a unfamiliar situation for most of you guys, but it is what you're going to be dealing with here. So, how about we talk about the stuff that you can get completely for free now. There are 3 special Azur Lane commanders that you can unlock without spending anything. Queen Elizabeth, Azuma, and Avrana. Queen Elizabeth is unlocked through the event pass. This is something you'll see at the top left of your screen when in the general menu for the game. The event pass is basically a battle pass, but not exactly. I'll get into that a little bit later. And it functions much how you expect it to. There are rotating missions that you complete to earn progress points for the pass. And basically, as long as you're logging in and playing some consistently over time, you should be able to just get it done pretty easily. You also get a special permanent camouflage for the ship Queen Elizabeth to go with the commander. The second one is Azuma. She is unlocked by completing the Azur Lane collection, and for that, all you need to do is open a normal Azur Lane container. You'll get one for free from the event pass, so that's easy. Once you do that, you can go into the collection section in your profile and make sure you have it enabled so that you'll be getting elements of the collection from your daily containers. Oh, and there's no real limit, and since your daily containers you can just get a couple every day for as long as it takes, then there's no real time gate on that one. The third commander, Avrana, is unlocked through a set of mission chains. In order to get these missions, you have to go to the announcement page for the crossover. Make sure that you're on the correct Wargaming website for your region and server, and that you're signed in. You'll go to the event page, like the web page, scroll down through like all of like the ads and stuff, and at the very bottom you'll have where it says Free Avrana, permanent camouflages, and flags. And you'll see where it says to unlock the mission chains. You click on the first mission chain to unlock it, and you'll be able to, and that'll give you the missions to complete in game. Complete those missions, and then go back to this page. There, you'll be able to unlock the second chain of missions. Complete those, go back to the page, and unlock chain 3. Upon completing chain 3, you'll get Avrana, and you'll also get some rewards and 2 of the Siren permanent camouflages on the way. Something to note here is that there is both the special Azur Lane version of the Azuma premium ship that you can buy, although that will cost a lot. But you can also get the normal version of Azuma for free using in the armory. The normal version of Azuma is available, but you can buy by collecting coal, which is just sort of it's kind of a time-gated resource that you get by just logging in and playing some every day and getting then the container. And I should note that's it. And so it's pretty easy. I would say that Azuma is, I mean, okay, I have Azuma, and a lot of people say that he's not a really good SIP, like, just in the meta, and, I mean, I think that he's a little bit better than most people describe. I'm not sure I'd recommend it as your first premium SIP, but that C is an option. And I should note, Azuma is a tier 9 SIP. You will want to get one tier 9 SIP, at least one of them, pretty early on, because they are by far the most efficient ones at grinding credits in the game. And again, not sure I recommend Azuma as your first, but that she is an option. Now that we've got the free SIPs out of the way, let's talk paid content. Alright, now, as you can see, most of the stuff in the store is pretty expensive, while some people are going to be willing to pay the full price, I think a lot of people are kind of going to be hesitant about that. However, there is actually one SIP here that is on a very, very good price, and for a certain amount of time. This is the Azur Lane version of Littorio. This SIP is currently on an 80% discount, meaning that she goes from her base price of $57.20, she's right now at $11.44. And let me tell you, that is actually one of the best deals I have ever seen in this game. Like, because if you look at the normal version of basically the same SIP, Roma, then that premium SIP will cost you just about like $50. In other words, this is only a fifth of the normal cost for a SIP of this type. And even if you aren't necessarily concerned about the SIP and its camouflage or the special commander that comes with it, this is actually still a really good deal. I have the SIP, and I can tell you it does perform fairly well. It has good armor, good HP pool. Her guns are very accurate, have good ballistics, so it's pretty easy to aim with them. She has surprisingly good speed, and her torpedo faction is pretty nice. AA is generally, honestly, most ships have bad AA, but hers is pretty much around average. The only drawback of note of her is that her guns have relatively short range. You do get access to a spotter plane, which will, for certain periods of time, give you better range, so that helps a little bit. But overall, I'd say she's a very, very good choice. Oh, and this offer is not actually going to last very long, so if you want it, I guess if you want it, get it now. Now let's talk about the paid section of the event pass. The paid section of the event pass can be bought for 2,500 doubloons, which is equivalent to about $10. Upon buying the paid section, you will immediately get the special commander Fuso, and you'll also, and as you progress through the pass, the paid section will give you a bunch of will give you free permanent camouflages for Fuso, Baltimore, and Sapiev, and 2 Siren permanent camouflages that you can link to any SIP you want. It also has some honestly minor rewards, such as economic boosters, a little bit of coal, and 1 permanent bonus package. Now, I'm gonna be straight with you. I'm not sure this is really a good investment. So I told you earlier that this isn't like a normal battle pass, and here's the thing. Usually with a battle pass in a game, it'll have it so that after you've bought the pass, the game will give you will have enough of whatever premium currency it uses available in the battle pass's tiers for you that when you've completed it, you will be able to be able to buy and unlock the next paid battle pass. Well, Wargaming really doesn't seem to know what they want to do with like the World of Warships event pass. Sometimes you'll have enough doubloons to recoup your investment. Sometimes there'll be some doubloons, but not actually enough to recoup the whole thing. And sometimes there's no doubloons at all. In this case, there is no doubloons. And because of that, I'm not sure you should really spend your money on it. Like, I mean, you can spend money on it if you specifically like the commander and you specifically like the camouflages that you get with it. But it doesn't have any. It doesn't actually have any premium sips or anything that'll like really help you with your progression in the game. And I just advise holding your money in that case. There's also the Azur Lane Commander Crate available in the Armory. This will also cost 2,500 doubloons. And with that crate, it's going to give you has a 95% chance of giving you a random special commander that you don't already have, and a 5% chance of giving you one of the Azur Lane versions of the premium ships. And it should be noted that while it will select for a commander that you don't already have, it can still doesn't exclude commanders that you can get. For example, if you open the crate, you can get Azuma, Fuso, or Avrana, despite those ones, if you haven't already unlocked those ones. So make sure you've bought any SIPs and unlocked all the free commanders that you really want to get. So yeah. Aside from that, I can't really think of any like special deals here. all of the Azur Lane version of the SIPs are pretty much it's normal for in terms of meta. I don't think there's any very big differences compared to their counterparts. For what I've heard, the Azur Lane multiplayer is probably the best one comparatively. She has a slightly better radar and slightly better armor than the normal version of her ship, which is Cleveland, and her guns are a little bit more accurate. There is a slightly longer reload time for her, but that's probably compensated more than enough by the radar and the accuracy. And also, I've heard someone said that her voice sounds generally fairly nice. I mean, I guess it's not the main factor that I'd be considering fear. And if most of you guys probably already have a commander that you want, so yeah. Although I should note that with the Litoro, I actually do really like the voice that Litoro has. It does feel very fitting for the game and actually what's going on in it. So yeah. Anyways, that's like the most of it. So that's pretty much it. Anyways, I guess to go over a few things that I might have missed. So should point out, Azur Lane special commanders do function pretty much like all the other commanders in the game. They can be assigned to any ship for their faction, and not just the ones that they're based off, and so even if you don't have the ship, or in the case of maybe one like Azuma, you don't have it yet but you want it, then you can put them on whatever ship you wanted so you get it. And and there isn't really anything really coming with the game from like Azur Lane outside of the commando stuff. Like, there's no there isn't any PV or VE stuff or like any fight the sirens operations. I mean, I don't actually like that in the game. I guess honestly just to have like some better PV content, but that's just my own complaint about the game that's not really relevant here. So yeah. Anyways, if the video interested you or was helpful, then you can leave a like. I'm going to leave a link in below for a recruiter friend link that should give you some stuff like when you're starting. So you can click that if you want, or find a one from someone else if you have a friend who plays this game. So I guess I'll see you out in the Gulf.